let's get started. So today we're gonna fly from Chena Hot Springs, and after all, we'll try to go to Fort Yukon, which is the instrument field. It's just some 90 miles from here, so flight time maybe around 50 minutes, including maneuvering for like after departure and for arrival. I will try to keep it short. I always say that, but I rarely do. But let's try today. First, let's get into weather, and we have some observations, and I believe this is precipitation, and in these temperatures probably snow, but I don't see anything coming in the simulator, so probably it won't be there. If I go, let's go winds first. Okay, not max wind, but surface wind. So surface winds in here, and according to little nav map, we have direct crosswind of 12 knots right now. So it will make for some interesting departure. So I'll just quickly mention that when departing with the crosswind, we should initially put full aileron towards the wind, when starting the takeoff roll. We keep our nose pointed down the runway using rudder pedals, and generally we try to kind of lessen the amount of aileron that we have. Obviously, well, as we gain airspeed, obviously. We might end up in a situation that we will actually take off in a way that the one wing will drop towards the runway, but we need to watch for it not to struck the runway. And it would be maybe similar to landing, where we would kind of touch one wheel first and then the second and then the main one. Yeah. In takeoff, it's slightly easier because as soon as you kind of lift off, you can crab, into the wind and continue. So that's fine if you need to maintain runway center line. But yeah. What we need to watch in this particular airport, and for that I will take a VFR chart. Let's say, yeah, we are in the area of tag. Where is it? Here. According to little nav map, the wind is coming here from the north. That means that it's coming over the mountains here or over the hills. So in the real life, I would not take off, at least not with my experience, because it will be hell here. Right? In the simulator, it's probably not that critical because it's probably not simulated that much. And when I'm speaking about this, I will maybe share one real life example I had actually last week when we went flying, and I was on the leeward side of the mountain above, vertically we were above the highest peak, some 100 or maybe 500 feet. But we were coming towards that, and there was this downdraft, right? So it was not any kind of turbulent, it was not a rotor, but it was a downdraft. And we were at like 6,000 feet in the microlight. I was full power at VY, so full, climbing configuration. That should have given me like 600-700 feet per minute, right? And I was flying level. It was not climbing. I was just maintaining altitude, right? So it was very clear experience, a good one, because that means that the outside air was actually going down 600 or 700 feet per minute. So good experience. When we reached the summit, then we started climbing. So yeah, it's real, and it can be very, I was prepared for it before it even happened, because I counted with that possibility that it might happen, and I could at any time, kind of make 180 and go down the mountain, into the valley. But still, nice experience. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. What wind is coming over here, and I'm not sure. Well, in the simulator, it will not be that hard as in real life, I assume. Anyway, the weather is quite VFR, so I believe that we should have no problem just climbing out. And I believe that we can even use runway. Which one is it? The same one that we landed. Was it 08? I believe it was 08,
Yeah,
right?
I guess it's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay. So we can, because we are, at least I want to fly here, and yes, there are mountains here, but I can overclimb that easily, right? And we will be in VFR conditions. If we need to turn, then we'll just turn and go a different way. But yeah, it's possible to go there. So yeah, so depart, and then I will switch for this one. And I will just take the, direct here and then continue flying north around Tango 226. I will actually do Tango 226 instead. Okay, that doesn't end at few. So where does it end? Is it GPath? Yeah, it's GPath, okay. So that one, not that one, not few GPath. And I said Tango 226. Yeah, okay. Okay, actually it is. Wow. Okay, so like that. All right, so go ahead there, fly here, and I will file it all the way to Fort Yukon, Vortex. However, we will probably just, go out to make an approach. If I see here, winds are predicted to be coming from the northeast, so I will take runway 4. We have a warning here, low level wind shear to below 2000 feet AGL, airspeed loss or gain of 20 knots, so very hazardous area, like condition. So I would elect to fly the approach faster and maybe float down the runway because we have enough runway available for that. In case that, I lose 20 knots of speed, instantly. Regarding the approach, we will come somewhere in this terminal area, terminal arrival area wedge. So we will fly direct Sirmi at some point, and then from Sirmi to Zetmo and onwards. I will not really brief that thoroughly here. Oh, we have 2 more people here. Hello. So yeah, all right, welcome. Yeah. Um, so anyway, this means, again, we flew one, I believe, 2 weeks back. This means that this whole area is now part of the published approach path, and within 30 nautical miles to Sirmi, here, we are already responsible for our vertical profile. We don't need to get any permissions to descend. And 30 miles from Sirmi, the minimum altitude is 5,800. 14 miles to Sirmi, it's 2,500, which is the same as coming to Zetmo, and from Zetmo then we can go down. We have the NOPT, no procedure turn, in when coming here, so we don't need to do procedure turn. This one that is here, unless we need to lose altitude, of course, then we can do it. Missed approach procedure is to climb to 1000 and then climbing left turn to 1500, direct Zetmo and hold. And since I don't see any other holding pattern, that it will be that one. It's normally the missed approach holding pattern is in this dashed line. However, if it coincides with the same one here, then obviously it's that one there. LPV localizer performance with vertical guidance approach has a decision altitude of 697 feet. And the missed approach point is actually GPOF here. Actually, no, not GPOF, but slightly below GPOF. And again, this is something that I said incorrectly. We don't actually have missed approach point kind of designated as some point, but missed approach point is when we reach decision altitude and we don't see the runway environment. This is a yep.
Wouldn't it make more sense to take the approach from Zepmo?
But we will be
we
arriving
reach here.
in this area here.
Are you sure? Unless I measured it wrong. I guess if
Let's see.
Let's say we reach Herax, or is it Hexax, Hotel Echo X-ray Alpha X-ray.
Okay, let's try.
And you can proceed from there on course 330 to Zepmo, and that would put you within its the arrival area. Or am I being stupid? I don't know.
If I go from Hexas to Sirme, I'm going 3 to 4 degrees. And 3 to 4 degrees belong to this wedge.
Yeah, to Sirme, but to Zepmo you could
if I go
have a
to
course of
Zepmo,
340.
No.
No. Okay,
Well,
I can't really see your screen what you've typed there.
From Hexas, if you go to Zepmo, you will arrive at Zepmo with 3 to 9 degrees from Hexas.
Yeah. Wouldn't that put you within the zone of Zepmo?
No, that's 340 and more.
340 and oh yeah, 340 and more, not 340 and less. Okay, yeah, sure, I get it.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, all right. So yeah, and then we just go down and fly this approach. And as I was saying, we don't have any missed approach point defined laterally, but we have it like defined. If we reach 697 feet and we don't see the runway, we initiate a go missed procedure. And I believe that's quite it. I don't want to keep you any longer. I believe that we can go into the aircraft and fly unless there are some questions. And if not, I'll just wish you happy flying and see you there.
See ya.
Okay, I will disconnect my engine heater and let's try to start the engine. We have that one on, great. So, a little bit of throttle, full mixture, battery on, fuel pump. Fuel pressurizing, very good. Primer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Lock it. Have I locked it? Yeah, okay, lock it. Great. Beacon is on. Cherry is on. And I believe that we can give it a try. So clear prop and let's get started. Come on. Very good. All pressure in the green. I'll pull the mixture a bit. Headphones. Okay, close that one. We will put our squawk code of 2276. Great. And then we'll do our flight plan. No. Okay, yeah, because let's remove that one. Set origin Alpha Kilo 13. Destination Papa Foxtrot Yankee uniform. Yes. Add waypoint, and we had Delta Echo Yankee Echo Papa, Delta Echo Yankee Echo Papa. Yes. Then we had load airway Tango 226 towards, add one. Load. I will do a preview, and this is exactly what I wanted to see. And this time I will try to select the approach once I am en route to see the difference a little bit. So I'll keep it like this. Great. Right, we have already, no, oil temperature is not in the green yet. 66, that should be in the green now. So that's fine. We'll get rising and we'll just taxi and do our briefing there, or departure. Okay, one is there. All right, I guess that we can taxi for takeoff. Chena traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf, Papa Charlie Piper Comanche by one of the buildings at the end of runway 08, and I'm going to backtrack runway 08 for departure on that runway, Chena. Okay, so parking brake off. See, brakes are working. I will put my strobe lights on because we are entering runway. Yep. I'm gonna just turn that into the wind for taxi. As I learned last time, we'll be actually taking uphill. It's gonna be more difficult, but it should be long enough. But this road here is actually part of the runway. It's it should not be a road basically, so we'll just go next to it and it's fine. We'll also select, because I am here in IFR conditions, so yeah, I will use my little nav map for help where the runway actually starts. It's still some way down. Interesting car here. Oh, two cars, okay. We'll be taking off uphill, which is fine. And this is actually the beginning of the runway here.
Chena Hot Springs traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, Tata Kodiak by the buildings at the start of runway 08. We will wait for the Comanche to depart and then line up for runway 08 as well. Chena.
I'll do my run up here. Semi-truck. Flying semi-truck. Put some hot oil into the prop. looks great. All right, so okay, I'll use altimeter settings that is like 100 miles north, but since I'm here in the visual conditions, it doesn't really matter that much. They have 2982, so I'll set the same. Will be at least 2982, and then yeah, and elevation here should be that's fine. All right, I believe that we can go. Now, Hot Springs traffic, Chena Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off runway 08, straight of departure. Actually, departure down the valley to the left. Chena. Okay. And here we go. Get some speed. Gear up.
Chena Hot Springs traffic, Claudia 36 Foxtrot, lining up and departing runway 08, straight out. Chena.
Okay. Okay, we are going up. We're going up like a rocket. 102 brake horsepower, 102%. Okay, gear off. Landing lights off, fuel pump off.
Traffic, November 7, Victor left side, 40, from the east side building, go backtrack.
Chena Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, 4,000 feet, climbing further to 10,000 feet. And we'll be turning north soon. Final call, Chena.
Chena Hot Springs traffic, Claudia 36 Foxtrot, upwind runway 08, 2,300, climbing 8,000. We'll now leave the valley to the north, final call, Chena.
Right, climbing.
Traffic again, traffic Delta taking off for runway 08.
straight and level. Flaps are up, gear is up. Good.
Traffic, Skyhawk 596 Foxtrot Alpha, taking up runway 8 and departing north Chena.
Behind me and gaining on me. Which to, I think. Okay, once again. And below me somewhere. Maybe they stayed at 8,000, I don't know. Let's try the lean finder today. We'll see.
Chena traffic, Skyhawk 596 Foxtrot Alpha, departing north 45 500 Comanche.
Where are they? There they are. Let's go like this. have 19 knots of tailwind, which is great. What we want. Here. Doesn't look like IFR weather. Forecast was for like overcast. Very low, but all right. Let's fly this IFR anyway. And then it's just 13 minutes towards Hexas, then we can start our approach from there. Actually, we can start it even sooner, because, yeah. Let's actually load the approach, right? We go to the airport, and we go load procedure approach. RNF4. Transition will be Sirmi, yes, and just load. Menu, preview, yes, Sirmi is there, so we agreed to go from Hexas, great. And we can go to this, and now can change the fields because I want to see this distance to destination, no, distance to waypoint, yes. Okay, so now we have $33 miles to access. We have 22 here to Sirmi, and then from Sirmi it's also 8 to ZMO, so it will be 30 miles. And I want to be at ZMO at 2,500 feet. That means if I'm at 10,000 and something, and I want to descend at 500 feet per minute, I will need how much time? I will need, is it 15 minutes of descent, right? 7,000, yeah, 15 minutes of descent. 15. Now, 30 nautical miles are in 10 minutes at this ground speed. So, I will need to start descent at 45 miles from ZMO. There can be different wind lower, obviously, so that's fine, but approximately I want to start descending to 22, yeah, it's 30, 45, so 15 miles from Hexa, from Hexas, yes. 15 miles from Hexas, I want to start my descent at 500 feet per minute. We'll see how that goes. Miles, yes. That's very short amount of time away. That's alright. Actually crossing 66 degree already. Yes, and 66 and a half is the start of this is the polar circle here, just south of Fort Yukon. Okay. How come we're still climbing? Yes. We are not keeping within the margins now of the airway. Let's go down a little bit. miles sooner I can do that, so already descending. As long as I'm on the airway, we should keep 7,100 at least, but soon we will transition within 30 nautical miles of Sirmi, and then we can go to 5,800. As you can see, we have a flat line here already, so that's fine. Arrival frequency of that one. Fairbanks radio, CTAF 122.5. My friend. They're going to steer me already, I guess. Or is it well? Well, once I am within 8 miles, then I'm basically within 30 nautical miles of Sirmi, and I can load the approach. So I will do that. I don't need to go all the way to Texas. Slower now because, well, winds are still strong, but they're coming at the angle, at an angle right now. Okay, 8 miles, so let's activate the approach. Activate approach. Let's see back. Now we are very close. Yeah, formation. So 5,800 I can go down. I'll tune in the... no, not that one. 340. It's one that I will join at Sirmi. above us or below us? Above us. We are going down. 74 211 212. Okay, so 7 was 9.5. Okay, so 1 me turn in, I will just report them 10 mile final. Good. And let's switch tanks, I think. Do we need to? We have right tank, I believe. Today I'm not able to. Let's see. Can I go this? Yeah, right tank. And there's like that's basically level, so I believe that we'll just keep the tanks right now as they are. Still going down nicely. We're picking up winds, but also we're going crosswind here, so yeah. We're 7 minutes from Sirmi. Is it? Yeah, 7 minutes from Sirmi. Let's see if I calculated my descent properly. It was 14 miles that I could go to below 5,800, I believe. Yeah, 14 miles. We are 16 and we are reaching 5,800, but I believe that we'll make it. We'll be just. We'll be just so, I believe. Maybe I'll need to pull up a little bit momentarily. But again, we are in visual conditions, so it doesn't really, it's not really that kind of a big problem. But 14.2, 14.1, 14. Okay, we made it. So still within regulations, and now we can go to 2,500. Yep, 2,500. So continuing the descent. We can slow down the descent a little bit because we are still 5 minutes out. So it will take us like 10 minutes to go there, and I can go like maybe 300 feet per minute, which I'm now actually doing. So just, I will keep my power like it is. I will increase power just slightly. And slow down our descent. Yeah, that looks nice. So let's keep it like this. maybe slowed it too much. Now it's oscillating a little bit, so it's fine. To steer me. And then it will be another 4 to ZMO. I have 8 minutes to descend 2,500 feet. That means I need to go to 400 feet per minute, roughly. No. 5 times. Oh, okay. 8 divided by 2.5. Well, that's like, how much? 350, something like that. Yeah. Just slightly. To play with numbers, really. They overtook me now, descending into me. That's what happens when we are not under positive control, radar control. Oh, if it comes to that, I can do the hold, right? One circle won't kill me. Yeah, they're descending right into me. Will be like, okay, they are there, so good. They're faster, so should be fine. We'll be there and land before I can land. Okay, 2,000 feet to lose. Let's check the weather. It's half an hour old. We have 0 from 050, but we have east variation here, so it's more like 030 or 040. 14 gusting 22, 9 statute miles. Clouds are high, 29881. So that actually changed. So let's just do one knot here. Okay. Yeah, they overtook me. They are quite faster. We'll make it is. Okay, I'll switch the fuel tanks then. So left. Now there was time for it. They are way ahead of me and still will overtake me more when coming there. 1,500 feet to lose. Let's go one more in. Yep. Three and a half minutes to lose 1,500 feet. Okay, so I need to expedite my descent to be at like 500 feet per minute now. almost. And I will move my approach chart to a different screen so I can follow that. Approaching that one, so landing lights on, fuel pump on.
Fort Yukon traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, type Kodiak, on a 11-mile final runway 04 at 2,200, descending 2,000. Fort Yukon.
Bit. Now, but I do have glide slope now, so I can utilize the glide slope. Let's actually slow down and wait for the glide slope to come alive. I can. Oh, I should use that from Eknak. Okay, so let's actually descend to 2000, but let's make some distance between us. 440 knots of wind, headwind right now, so my ground speed is really nothing. want to go under 2000 until I reach Eknak. 2 minutes. Fort Yukon traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche on a 8-mile final to runway 04 at Fort Yukon.
Fort Yukon traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, final runway 04, Fort Yukon.
Yeah, very strong headwind, so we'll not be configuring yet. That will slow us down too much. Let's actually put my gear down. Now we start descending, so mixture.
Fort Yukon traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot on a 3-mile final runway 04. Airspeed indicates 100 knots, Fort Yukon. Fort Yukon traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, short final runway 04, full stop landing, Fort Yukon.
Okay, Fort Yukon traffic, November 187 on about 10 miles final for runway 04, Fort Yukon.
Fort Yukon traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, 2-mile final runway 04, full stop, Fort Yukon. Slow it down a bit. Guess we'll do like flaps 1 only, because I don't want to fly too slow. gear is down, green. It's actually a good approach speed for me. Might be floating down the runway a bit, but there is this wind shear alert. Too high, yeah. You can cut the power now.
Fort Yukon traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, runway 04 vacated, Fort Yukon.
Fort Yukon traffic, backtracking, runway 04. Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, backtracking, runway 04. Fort Yukon. Fort Yukon traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, runway 04 is vacated, taxiing to parking, Fort Yukon. Okay, let's find ourselves
Fort Yukon
parking.
traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, entering and backtracking, runway 04, Fort Yukon.
And Fort Yukon traffic, final 04, about 6 miles to go, Fort Yukon.
Okay, do we go for him? Okay, we go for him. He has strange indications, already showing that I should stop, right? Almost. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't want parking brake. Let's do wheel chocks instead. There we go. All right. So I do hope that you enjoyed this flight. After all, it was a VFR weather, but we flew the GPS approach, which was not too shabby. And I hope that I'll see you next week. Bye bye.